Good morning. Dr. Dementia, State of Survival, State 469, Cat Alliance. Okay, so this is part 2 of our talent tree video. And in this particular instance, what we're doing is showing you the health and lethality side and how I tried to fine tune it to meet my needs. So if you missed the first one, we fine-tuned the attack and defense side. In this one, health and lethality. So with that being said, it's a little early in the morning here. It's, what is it? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to get this done because I have to also post Reservoir League, an unfortunate encounter for Cat where we pretty much get our ass kicked. But what is important here is thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. And if you find this interesting, please click the button below, subscribe, and share, along with comment. You know, I love the comments. So here we go. Talent tree, health and lethality. So we're going to move quite quickly. As I've said before, we want to be able to get these done in short order so that you don't have to spend a lot of time watching it. I'm not going to screenshot stuff. I'm just going to say, hey, stop the video, back it up a little bit, and freeze it if you want to see something. So with all of that being said, as usual, thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you very much for being a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that button, subscribe, and let's get on down the road. Now, we did the attack tree, and we managed to eke out a few more points there, percentages rather, on the attack side. And now we're going to fine tune the health and lethality side. So in order to do that, we're going to go here first. We're going to get a baseline because that's how we're going to have to measure it. So let's just knock this out real quick. And we're not going to waste your time here. And we're going to get a baseline. Now I'm in my health and lethality talent situation here, and I'll show you that right there. Talent set 1, and let's take a look at where we're at. So this is my health and lethality. You can see my infantry health, infantry reality. We're over 500 everywhere. But we want to try and get a little bit more out of it. And so what are we going to do here? And why? Why did we do it? Well, you know what? We're doing it because when you're defending, that health and lethality makes a big difference. Okay? So let's just keep going. So here we go. These are my current stats. That's where they're at. All right, we're going to go into the talent tree, and we're going to reset it. And now we're going to focus on health and lethality. Now, we have some mandatory things that we have to do. All right, so this is lethality. Okay, and this is the health, fine, and then we go here, and we're going to max it, and we're going to skip infantry attack and defensive infantry because we want to save those talent points. Now, attack of the riders, defense, we're going to skip those. We're going to jump right down to the lethality of the riders and the health of the riders. And then we go to the urgent recall, which we have to have. Now we're at the attack of the hunters. Well, we're going to skip those. Lethality of the hunters and health of the hunters. Okay. And we have no choice here for training. Got to do it. So now, attack of infantry, well, we're going to skip it. Attack of the riders, we're going to skip it. And attack of the hunters, we're going to skip it. Except we can't. We can't go forward. You'll see we can't get anywhere unless we master those to begin with. So the defense of the riders, defense of the infantry, defense of the hunters. So my choice is, who am I going to prioritize here? Well, it's defensive position. So I'm going to prioritize my infantry. Only because I have to. There's no health and lethality there to deal with. All right? Now, the lethality of my infantry, health of my infantry, all right? Well, we're going to prioritize that also. Now, I could also prioritize the lethality of the riders and the lethality of the hunters, but I don't know where I'm going to end up with respect to how many talent points I have left, because I know even though I have the maximum amount of talent points, it's not going to be enough. And where can I apply it best? So I'm going to kind of save on those right now. Attack, defense, nope. Lethality, max. Health, max. Got no choice there. Okay. Now we're attack of the riders, or we're lethality. So max, max, and max. All right. And then now we're down, should be the attack of the hunters. And we're going to go to lethality and health. And then to the battle dressing, which again, we have no choice. So now we're at attack of infantry, attack of the riders, attack of the hunters. And none of it really falls into where I want to be. Okay? It really doesn't. But what we are going to do is, since again I'm prioritizing my infantry here because it's defensive position, that's what we're going to do. Now I have 42 points left. I have lethality of infantry, health of infantry, lethality of the riders, and lethality of the hunters. And again, I'm prioritizing what works for me. What works for me is infantry on defense. Okay, so I have 2 lousy talent points left. What am I going to do with those? Well, I'm going to go back, and I know 2 points is like minimal, but where do I want to go? Where was it? Right here. Okay, so I have this section that I had to go through, and I have this section that I had to go through. All right, so it's going to be a choice of lethality of the riders or the hunters for that, and we'll just use those. Okay, so now let's again go back and take a look. What kind of impact did we get? Dead. Okay. So, what we're trying to do is optimize infantry health and infantry lethality. And what did we end up with? Looks like not much at anything. I was at 802. I was at 522 and 526. Now I'm at 550 and 550. That's not so bad. My hunter helped me at 524, 526 now. And before, it was 528, 528. It dropped. And then my rider health was 524 and 542. And now I'm at 524 and 524. So I actually, this would always make a difference based on what you do and how you are. And I have plenty of troops. The loss of troops isn't nearly as important to me as the damage I can inflict or the cost of the attacker coming after me. So with that being said, I need that infantry in my particular instance